On the 2nd of June, 2025, Eastenders slipped in a scene that carried the sort of quiet, behind-the-scenes influence that often goes unnoticed but has a ripple effect across the square. Nicola, ever watchful and shrewd, made her presence felt in two lives in very different ways. One was a surprisingly tender gesture of approval toward Avani, the other a pointed nudge to Harvey regarding the ever-complicated situation with Kat. It was a reminder that Nicola isn't just an observer, she's someone who sees more than most and knows exactly when to speak and when to hold her tongue. The first moment unfolded in the kitchen of the Slater household, where Avani and Barney were sitting at the table, flicking through a magazine and laughing over something only teenagers would find funny. Nicola had walked in unnoticed at first, arms full of shopping bags and her trademark skeptical expression fixed in place. But as she set them down and took in the sight in front of her, Barney relaxed, actually laughing, not glued to his phone or sulking in silence. Something softened in her face. She didn't interrupt. She just lingered at the counter, quietly unpacking groceries, watching with a mother's instincts fine-tuned over years of hardship and disappointment. Avani, sensing her eyes on them, eventually turned and offered a polite, "Hi, Nicola." There was no nervousness in her tone, just calm respect. Nicola nodded, still watching, still sizing her up, not in a hostile way, but in the way a woman does when she's deciding whether someone is good enough for her son. After Barney wandered off to put something upstairs, Nicola and Avani were left alone. There was a short silence, not awkward, but deliberate. And then Nicola spoke. "You've got him smiling again. That's not easy." Her tone was low, not overly warm, but filled with a subtle kind of appreciation. Avani didn't gloat or blush, she just gave a small, sincere smile and replied, "He makes me smile too." That was all it took. Nicola, in her own cautious, guarded way, had seen enough. She didn't shower Avani with praise or wrap her in a hug. She just said, "You're good for him. Don't let him mess it up." Coming from Nicola, that wasn't just approval, it was the highest form of blessing she was capable of giving. And Avani understood that, nodding with a mixture of relief and quiet pride. Later in the day, Nicola crossed paths with Harvey in the Minute Mart. He was lingering by the fridge section far too long, clearly distracted, clearly brooding, about Kat, about the mess their connection had become, about whether anything could or should come of it. Nicola didn't beat around the bush. She rarely does. "You're wasting time," she said, grabbing a carton of milk without looking at him. Harvey blinked, confused. With Kat, she clarified. "You're waiting for a sign, for her to make the first move, for something neat and clean. You're not going to get it. Not from her." Harvey tried to laugh it off, offered a meek, "It